So, Keandria and Kim, congratulations on your new brand, Jolie Noire.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It is taking over the nation, and Black girls like me, thank you so much. But I want to take it all the way back to the beginning. You know, most people know you for your music, your beautiful, angelic voice. So tell us what that, I don't know if I call it a transition, but that addition has been like.
Yeah, it's been something really special for sure. I think that it's really kind of put me more on the map as it relates to my music because of the fan base, the support base, you know, for both me and Kim. Of course, linking up with Teddy P and Jordan Armstrong was a really big deal. I was able to have some of their supporters and just found a new base with them as well. You know, of course, they fell in love with the brand, but then found the other things that me and Kim have to offer. So it's been really cool.
What was that conversation like when you guys decided to launch a new brand?
Yeah, well, so we had a brand before Jolie Noire. It was called the Red Glasses Sisters. And in that business, we had eyewear and other accessories that we sold. And so we were already kind of getting our feet wet in business. I've always wanted to be in clothing design in some capacity. And so Keandra was like, well, if we're going to do this, then we don't want to be just like a regular t-shirt brand. We want to, actually be like, we want to position ourselves as something more than just t-shirts. But yeah, we expanded into joggers and leggings and things like that. So yeah, that's kind of how that conversation went.
And what year was that?
That was back in 2017.
Oh, wow. So it wasn't just yesterday that you started.
No overnight success.
Right, because a lot of times people, they see your success, and when they try to approach, whether it's something similar or something different, they're like, oh, I'll just do it, and they get discouraged when things don't move as quickly, not knowing this has been years in the process.
Absolutely.
So take us back to once you decided, say, hey, we're gonna do this t-shirt line. What visuals did you have to inspire you? Like when it came to the font or what it would look like, what was those conversations like?
So it's funny because I looked at Rachel Zoe, she's a stylist. I looked at her logo. Hers was black and white, and my favorite brand of all time has always been Chanel. So it's black and white. So like, it's a black and white theme. Jolie Noire means pretty black. So it just only, to me, it fit that we would kind of go with that clean, minimal, palette. And so that is what really inspired our logo and kind of the direction for our brand. We wanted to be something elevated, like Keandra said, not just a regular t-shirt brand. So we wanted to be something a little bit more elevated and give our Black women, because at the time we were focusing on Black women, an opportunity to have something that was luxe, that was created just for us, and with us in mind. So that was the initial thought, yeah.
So what was that research process like? Like I said, you go from singing, but then when it's time to dig deeper into counting the costs, really doing the research, what does it take to make this happen? How'd you figure it out? She's like, you.
I was a research head too. Okay. Yeah, so it was a lot of digging around on the internet, using Google, just whatever was at my fingertips at the time. I got a lot of ads that were saying, like start your t-shirt brand and, things like that. And so I was like, well, what is this about? So I looked up 2 different brands for printing because Keandra and I, since we're so busy, we did need something that was going to help us with fulfillment and production. So, fulfillment, and production and shipping. And so I looked into the company that we work with now, Printful, and then another company, Printify, and it came down to who actually printed the best. So that was who was going to fulfill our product. And then had to research how to do Shopify, because that's the platform that we use for our back office thing. So it was a lot of learning article after. And the great thing about Printful and Shopify is they have articles that you can read. So it's a lot of reading, a lot of looking at different websites of what you want your business to look like. Those are the layers, I guess, if you will, of what it is that we were doing. And then the last final layer that we didn't have with the Red Glasses Sisters is marketing. So that was probably the toughest thing was learning Facebook ads.
So you're in Target now. Congratulations. I walked in and I said, I know them. So take us back to that moment when you received the email from Target. Did you cry? Did you scream? What happened?
Right. Well, of course, we definitely screamed. We were sitting in the car, and Kim was sitting in the passenger seat, and she was just like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. She eventually shows me the email, and I was like, that's not Target. That's not Target. And she was like, it's got to be Target. Like, why would somebody reach out to us from there, though? But, like, just, still having all these questions. So we decided to send it to our business coach and our mom, who is our partner. And sure enough, it was a representative from Target. And they, chose us to be a part of that partnership for Black History. And sure enough, everything went really, really fast. Got a chance to speak with Target heads, and we were picking like fabrics and designs. And of course, me and Kim came up with everything for our collection. These are actually pieces from our website, from prior designs that we came up with. And so they just kind of revamped some things. Again, with our ideas, which is super special because Target has definitely kept their word. Back in 2020, there were so many corporations and businesses who said that they were going to, be for Black businesses. And they have truly had our backs. So we're really excited about that. Once we put the announcement out, things went really, really crazy. Oh my gosh, like we had emails from different people, asking about links and, what's y'all's, website and just different things like that.
And how exactly did Target find you?
Yeah.
So actually they found us on Instagram because we did ask that question. We're like, so how did you guys find us? And she was like, I found you guys on Instagram. She was like, I loved y'all's aesthetic on your Instagram. I loved your website aesthetic. Like it really fits with what we are trying to do with our Target brand, and bringing you guys on in a partnership.
Wow, that speaks to the importance of having a really great social media account and using it for business the right way. You never know who you may attract with those hashtags and everything else. It draws in the right people. So you're doing your partnership with Target. Did you go into a Target? Did you go in and look at it? Like, what was that moment like when you saw yourself in Target?
I think, 9 Targets?
Yeah, we went into 9
Are you
Targets.
serious?
I wanted to go into all 20, or how many ever. I don't know how many are here in the Atlanta area, but I wanted to go into all of them. We just went to so many to see like what was it about, like to just take a look and see like what did the display look like. And of course, like a lot of our customers, we also ran into the whole thing of like, well, maybe it wasn't in a certain store, or maybe the inventory wasn't what we thought it was going to be in that particular store, because the way that it was set up was that some stores would get everything and others would only get a couple of pieces. So we just didn't know exactly which ones those were. But it was really cool to see like some of the Target workers took pictures with us. That was really cool. They were like, oh my gosh. We went into one Target like for some B-roll for an interview that we did. The lady was like, oh my goodness, I have to get a picture with you guys.
Yes.
I was like, oh my goodness, and she's used to that. I'm never. I was like, okay. I was like, that's cool. They were like, oh gosh, you guys are so cool. And that was really cool. That was a really good feeling because it's just letting us know that the message is getting out there. It's impacting people. And, they're just as excited as we are about the Target situation. So, yeah.
I absolutely love it. So for those that may want to do their own, whether it's a hoodie line or whatever line, what are some words of encouragement that you would give to them? Maybe some bumps in the road you ran into that you can give them like a few quick steps on what they could do.
Yeah, I think for sure for us, one thing that has helped us to be really successful at this is customer service. We get a bad rep as Black entrepreneurs and business owners for not really handling customer service the right way. And so me and Kim make sure that, all of the answers have no attitude. All email responses are taken care of within 1 to 2 days of business. We just, got to stay on top of everything. And if there is a customer who's very disgruntled, because we've had a couple of those. By the end of the email, they're so sweet and they love Jolie Noire even more because, you know, we respond with, you know, something that they can, you know, leave with. That we ain't responding with fire.
Right.
You know, fire and fire is just going to burn everything.
Yes, very true.
And I'm a firecracker. So but as it relates to this, it's just really taught me a really important lesson. Like, you know, be kind to people, you know. Your customers are regular, everyday people. They just really love your brand, you know, and give them kindness, and they'll go and tell the world about you.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I would just also say that don't be married to the work that you do. You know, everything, first of all, you may not like everything that you design, but put it out there to see, you know, to test it, to see if other people will like it. We have some things on our website that are like that, and they're actually popular items. And
Wow.
so we don't love everything that we put out. We like it, and, you know, we're like, oh, this is, you know, this is nice, but we're like, you know, because you can nitpick everything of yours. But also, don't be so married to it that if people don't like it and don't gravitate to it, that you are not willing to adjust it or just kind of, you know, set it to the side. It may not be time for it, or it just may not be the piece for your brand. So, you know, be willing to pivot in not just, you know, different directions of how your brand may shift and grow, but also with your designs, your services, whatever it may be that you're offering, be willing to pivot in that as well. Yeah.
So what's a typical day like for you? Is it, I know it can be, you know, vary, but maybe it's press, maybe it's going over designs, maybe take us through what it's like for a full day.
Yeah, so far, since the announcement, it's been like every week we've had press.
Yeah, almost every day.
Yeah, almost every day. Yeah, and that's been since January 9th. So here we are, and our PR is still calling us with different things that we'll be doing very soon. So we're really excited about that. Other than that, every day before Target and even now is working on the business. You know, we put something out every month. So we're either shooting or, you know, coming up with, planning a photo shoot or coming up with other designs. And so that definitely keeps us busy.
Yeah, we usually have like our weekly meetings also between us, the partners, our mom and us, to strategize and talk about what's working, what's not working. So we definitely have that. That's our Tuesday meeting. It's just emails, you know, responding to customer
Working
inquiries.
social media.
Yeah.
Awesome. Do you see yourself exclusively working with Target, or would you like to brand out to other retail outlets?
We'd love to branch out to other retail outlets. My goal is a Nordstrom.
Oh,
That would
nice.
be amazing to
I can see
have.
that.
Yeah, so hopefully we can just stay on that track. But yeah, we're excited. We hope that even this opportunity, you know, opens up a door to continue to stay in Target, because although we are, you know, we're still in Target right now from Black History, but that was a Black History promotion. And so hopefully we can offer other designs and, you know, just continue to be creators for Target.
Yeah, because I think it's important when you walk into a store that you shop at very often. Target has so much of my money. So, yes, that we can see ourselves.
Yeah.
And when we walk in Target and see your products, we see ourselves.
Yes.
Right.
And
Yeah.
so it makes us want to shop there even more. So powers that be, the ladies in there, everywhere. So who has been, I know you mentioned you've been doing a lot of press. What's one of the most exciting outlets you've spoken with?
Oh, geez,
That we've
I'm not
spoken with.
Yeah, that we've spoken with. I'm not sure because they've all been really exciting. But to find out that we were featured in Cosmopolitan magazine,
Yeah, and Mary
that was
Claire.
Marie Claire.
Let's
Who
talk
else?
about that.
Black
Black Enterprise.
Wow. So you didn't know you were going to be in there? That you just,
Not at all.
wow.
No, I heard her screaming in our room. I was like, what's going on? She's
Right.
like, we're in Cosmopolitan.
Right.
I was like, so
That is so huge, because for so long, you know, Black women, we haven't seen ourselves in any, especially not those magazines.
No.
We would have to, of course, in Essence, we would see
Yeah.
ourselves in Jet, Ebony, you know, and we would absolutely are still proud to see ourselves
Absolutely.
there.
Yeah.
But to be received, widely received in those magazines, I think it's really telling, you know, of where we're headed.
Right.
We still have a lot more work to do, but where we're going, thanks to, you know, what you're creating and what you will be creating, I think it's just opening up the door to say, hey, this is what the world needs and wants right now. So let's talk about a little bit of music, a little bit. Has creating your brand, well, this particular brand, inspired any new music?
It's not really inspired any new music, but I've been working on new music.
Okay, do tell.
Since 2020, both Ted and I, we were in the studio. We started like right before the pandemic hit, and we were almost done, but all of my files were destroyed.
No.
The backups.
No.
It was
destroyed.
gone. Even my old music from the Hill,
Yeah.
gone. Yeah. You know, it's just one of those things where you have to keep working, keep driving your brand, keep driving your sound, and they'll fall in love eventually.
So tapping back over to the brand, and I guess this goes in hand with music as well. How do you handle criticism of your baby? Or have you received any criticism online? Or why'd they do it like that? Or why'd they pick that? You know, and if you have, how do you handle that?
I think that the best thing that we've been doing is to just ignore. You know, you hear Beyonce's, like all of her people, or Rihanna's people, like all of these celebrities, like folks, they're always saying, don't look at the comments. Don't respond to the people. And I have different PR from our business PR. And so she's always like, I just don't think that you should be responding in the comments. And of course, I want to, you know, chat back, because there are so many people who complain, you know, when you don't. So, you know, that's just one of those things. But, you know, when you're looking through the comments to respond back to all the nice people, of course, you're going to see some really bad comments. Right. And so you just have to roll with the punches. At the end of the day, you can block them.
Yeah.
And they gone anyway.
Yes. The block is a beautiful
It's
thing.
a nice thing. Yeah, we had, since the Target opportunity announcement, people were like, well, why do you have to have a brand that displays, you know, Black people? Or
Wow.
and these were Black people. Like, it's like, okay,
Wow.
that's weird. Okay, so yeah, you don't experience what everybody else experiences, and maybe you haven't had firsthand experience with it, but you probably know somebody who has, and so that's where empathy should kick in. You don't have that,
Right.
that's fine. So,
Right.
and it's like, well, you know, that's fine. I'm just like more like a type of person that I can ignore things, or I'll either laugh at them, or if I have to vent about them, then that's kind of like that, you know. I don't have to respond to the person. Like, I don't know you, and you don't know me. You're sitting behind a computer.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
honestly, because if you can't say it to my face, you cannot call my name, then we're good.
And they usually
That
don't have
kind
a
of thing.
profile picture anyway.
Yeah, no, right. It's like, okay, so yeah, no, those comments and things like that, we've had, you know, different comments about everything. I mean, it's crazy, and it's not the first time. So it's just like, you know, people
But probably even more so now, and it just really speaks to how this has really put me and Kim on the map. You know,
most
even-
of the comments have been positive.
Yeah.
Like, I would say an overwhelming majority.
For sure.
I would probably say 99.9999%.
Yeah.
Positive. So I
That's
think
great.
people are also learning
Yeah.
how to manage on social media too. I mean, this is just across the board. You still have some jerks and stuff like that, but and people who can't control their tongues or their fingers. But for the most part, people have been, you know, appreciative and celebrating with us for
And that's not just Black people.
not just Black people. Yeah.
And I think it's great for your audience to hear you say that, because when they go out to lunch, their things, of course, we want everyone to like our things, but when they don't,
Yeah.
and they question themselves, well,
Yeah.
maybe I should quit, or maybe I should try to, you know, appease every
It's
single
just
bad
information.
comment.
It's
No.
sometimes it's information, and sometimes it's just, you know, it's it's always information, but sometimes it just depends on how you use the information. It's either information that you throw away, you know, like those little mailers that you get in the mail,
Right.
like those fillers,
Great point.
right? You throw that away, but then like if it's a bill, you keep that, you know, if it's a bill that you have online, then you may, you know, shred that and, you know, you have just compartments that you have everything in. And so it's the same way with the information that you get on your products or services. It's like, okay, is this information that I can use to make me better? Is this information that I can use that, you know, will teach me something about myself? You know, just however you decide to process it and, you know, make it work for you. But at the end of the day, junk mail goes in the trash. So
I love
put
that.
in the trash.
Slam dunk it in there.
Yes.
Before we go, are there any things you want your supporters, your fans to know specifically from you to them?
Yeah. Well, you know, always thank you for supporting us. Like, people don't have to support you. These are people that we don't know. Most of the people who we didn't know supported us before people that know us well. So we just thank them for like every like, share, comment, you know, every boost of, you know, positivity that they give us, every email. Like, we've gotten so many emails. And I mean, just thank them for their patience. And for even before Target, they were spreading the word about our brand to people. And we're just so grateful for that. We can't say thank you enough. So yeah.
And for the person that may have just stumbled on this video, let them know how to find you.
Okay, well, please follow us on all of our social media. That's at Jolie X Noire Apparel, Jolie X Noire, which is our blog page on Instagram. And then, of course, our individual pages. I'm at Keandra Lockett.
And I'm at Keys Deluxe Life.
And please shop our website, www.joliexnoire.com.
Awesome. Great job, ladies.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.